told you we weren't on it, but I didn't.
You're not in any trouble. You didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't worry about it. Hon? Huh?
See, this is the path.
The footage you're watching was recorded on February 13th, 2017 by Abigail Williams and Liberty German, two 14-year-old and 13-year-old teenagers, showing a man behind them as they walked on the Monon High Bridge Trail in Delphi, Indiana.
There's no path going there, so we have to go down here.
This doesn't necessarily appear serious, but then something unexpected happens. That day, the teenagers didn't return home, and for years, their killer was only a grainy figure and a chilling voice on a video. Investigators decided to release audio and video from Liberty's phone. Despite significant public attention and thousands of tips, the case remained unsolved for over 5 years. Then, in September 2022, a volunteer receptionist named Kathy Shank was sorting through old case files when she came across something unusual, a misfiled tip that had been buried for years. The document mentioned a man named Richard Allen, a local resident who had lived in Delphi for decades, but because of a simple clerical error, a misspelled last name, the tip had been marked as cleared and never investigated. Investigators re-examined it, and soon after, attention shifted to Allen. They began to look closely at the evidence. Not new evidence, but what had been sitting in their files since 2017. Between the girls' bodies, investigators had recovered an unspent .40 caliber bullet. When tested, it was found to match a firearm registered to Richard Allen. Around that same time, a witness report was re-evaluated. Someone who had seen a car parked oddly near the Monon High Bridge Trail on the day of the murders. The description of that vehicle matched one owned by Allen. Piece by piece, the puzzle began to shift. The name that had once been buried in paperwork was now at the center of the investigation. Detectives decided it was time to make contact. Richard Allen was called in for interrogation on October 13th, 2022, where he was told he was a possible witness in this case. What follows next is one of the most breathtaking interrogation breakdowns I've ever done.
Two girls dead? No, that's what happened. You got fucking pissed off, Adam. You fucking dragged him down a fucking hill, and you fucking killed him. No fucking told him you did.
I didn't kill him.
What was going on Monday, February the 13th? Can you kind of tell us what you were doing that day and every the day the girls?
A fairly warm day, or warmer than normal, so I think I just put a jacket on and went back out to the trails. Usually when we go, we walk down the high bridge and walk back and walk down the other side and come back. I mean, it wasn't a ritual, but I remember walking down to the bridge.
Starting, the detectives make it clear to Richard Allen that this is just part of a routine process where they're re-interviewing everyone who was on the Monon High Bridge Trail back in 2017, with Richard included, because he told police at the time that he was there that day. For now, it seems like they're just confirming old information and eliminating people. But the following footage reveals that they aren't just revisiting the past, they're testing him. And Richard feels that shift.
I remember doing that day, I remember seeing that day.
Okay.
You gave an account to the officer who talked to you. And do you remember how that was prompted, how that happened, that you happened to talk to the officer?
I don't remember if it was the next day or a couple days, but shortly after they were asking for anybody that was there to come in. So I went down. I got home from work and my wife said, they want to talk, because I had obviously told her that I was there. And she said they want to talk to anybody that was down there and they have any information on how much, but I obviously will go down. So we went down to the sheriff's station, and I don't remember who it was, came out and talked to me and said that he would get my name and information, and then thought about it a lot. As time goes on, it's like I said, I think I was there probably around noon. It could have been a little before noon or a little after noon. Walked down, back, 1:30, 1:45, depending on exactly what time it was that I got there that day. I just remember walking down the trail, and I had told him that when I was approaching the trailhead, I guess is what I'd call it, there was 3 girls walking off the trail. And I just remember it looking like one of them was probably watching, not babysitting, but watching the other 2 because they looked a little younger. And they looked very similar. I don't know if they were sisters or whatever, but the other one didn't necessarily. But I remember seeing them walking off the trailhead. And I didn't really see anybody.
How far out onto the high ridge?
I have no idea how many feet it is. The way I always know is there's one of those platform things that stick off the side, and I usually, years past, like 9, 10, 6, 7, between 6 and 10 probably.
It's hard to tell whether he's simply nervous sitting across from detectives or choosing his words carefully for another reason. The detectives let him speak and lay out his timeline, but the questions carry more weight now. Then comes the key question. What car was he driving that day?
You drove out there that day.
God. Let me think here. It would have either been that one or our Great Ford 500. We kind of switch vehicles back and forth. It's kind of because I buy that car because I have to drive back and forth and want something that gets good gas mileage. So my point is I was driving the black car, and then when I transferred and came back to Delphi, I didn't need the gas mileage anymore, and it was a nicer car, so I gave it to my wife. And from that time until earlier this year, I drove the gray car and she drove the black.
This line of questioning is important. The detective brings Richard back to the Monon High Bridge Trail, which is the last place Libby and Abby were seen, and asks him to confirm which car he drove to the trails that day. What's interesting here is how Richards reacts. Instead of answering directly, he drifts into unrelated details, and when the detective narrows the focus again, Richard hesitates, saying it could have been one of 2 vehicles. That kind of uncertainty can be a red flag for investigators. People tend to remember even the simplest details from such significant days, especially for a day tied to a major police investigation. So when Richard struggles here, it naturally raises questions for detectives about whether he's being truthful or trying to avoid committing to a detail. From this point forward, you can feel him losing control of the conversation. And then, he says something he probably wishes he hadn't.
Where was it? You saw the 3 girls?
They were up around the trail. I mean, I didn't interact with them. It was up around the trailhead somewhere.
So you both drove?
Like I say they were leaving, yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming they were leaving, or they came from down where those cars parked and they were going to go back that way. I don't know.
Right. And then, did you see anybody else when you were out there?
Anybody else? Nobody that stood out, I guess. I mean, if I did see somebody, it didn't click with me. And of course, I remember it was a lot better when I talked to him that day. I don't remember seeing, like I told him, there may have been somebody on the bridge or something when I was coming back through, but I didn't. The only ones that I really noticed seeing were the 3 girls.
Okay.
Because I was walking towards them, and I mean, they obviously stood out. And like I said, I remember it looked like an older girl with 2 younger girls.
Okay.
Walking the trail.
Okay.
And I guess I just assumed that she was probably watching them or in charge of them or whatever. Was kind of what it was like.
Okay. If you thought you saw somebody when you were coming back through from the bridge, where they were on the bridge?
I don't really remember seeing anybody that day, but I don't know.
At first, Richard says he might have seen someone else on the bridge that day, but then he corrects himself, almost offhand, saying the only people he really noticed were 3 girls at the trailhead and that he was walking in their direction. That's an important detail, because remember, Libby and Abby were last seen on that same bridge, and investigators have a short clip of a man approaching them there. So when Richard places himself walking toward the young girls there, it suddenly feels very relevant. With that detail confirmed, the detectives take the next logical step. If Richard was on the trail that day, his phone should support that, so they ask to look at his device from that time. And this is where something changes in him.
So, What we would like to do is to be able to confirm some of the information that you've given us so far, to be able to examine your phone. As you're well aware, phones go everywhere with everybody, and they tell a lot of stories about a lot of what people do. And sometimes the information on phone can confirm or, maybe not necessarily confirm information about what somebody is saying. We have the ability to be able to extract the data from a phone and be able to look at it and be able to tell where somebody was at.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Would that be something you would allow us to take care of, do today and get it done?
How long are you going to have my phone?
Well, we ideally would like to have the phone that you have.
A phone doesn't guess or misremember. Its digital trail either supports your story or dismantles it. And the moment this request is made, Richard's easy cooperation fades, replaced with hesitation and guarded frustration, as if the idea of handing over that phone suddenly feels dangerous to him.
Here's what
I thought we were talking.
I want to help you.
I thought you were trying to find.
So
What I
everybody
might have it be helpful, but that's absolutely what we're doing.
Everyone we talk to, we're trying to eliminate them from any suspicion of being involved in this case.
Sure.
So
I get that.
What we want to try to do is get as much information together to be able to show, okay, we've learned, didn't find anything. So, you understand what I'm saying?
Sure, I get that. I just, like I said, it honestly, it amazes me that we're even talking. I mean, it's been so long, and I haven't thought about this much, and it's just like, I don't want to be somebody's fall guy, and we're going to try to make pieces of a puzzle fit somewhere they don't fit so we can close this thing, I guess. And I'm not saying you guys, please don't think I'm questioning your integrity. That's not what I'm saying. I just, okay. I mean, I guess that's where I'm at. It doesn't seem like a simple conversation we're having. It seems more like, do you think I might have done it? So
I understand what you're saying.
What's notable here is that no one has accused Richard of anything at this point, yet he brings up the idea of being made a fall guy. Detectives pay attention to reactions like that, whether they come from stress, fear, or something more complicated.
And show that what you're saying is true, okay? Mm-hmm. So that we can be able to say to someone else, whoever's prosecuting this case, look, we looked at Mr. Allen, he's not our guy. And we looked at him because we looked at his phone. And I was going to ask you something else too, be able to look at your car, and also with your permission, we'd like to look at your house. And so all these things are very, very important to us to be able to...
No, I get that. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to... I mean, if you get to a point where you think that I need further investigating and you want to get a warrant to do it, that's fine, but I'm not going to have somebody going through my house and everything.
Sure. I just want to be honest.
I just don't... I guess I'm starting to feel more like your main lead or something here, and I'm not going to do that. Did you understand? You think I might have actually done this, and if you want to get a warrant, search my house, my car, my orifices or whatever, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind you looking at my phone or whatever, but like, yeah. I don't think, I guess my point is I don't think we're just asking.
Sure, right now, just asking.
I understand that. So, it is what it is, and we should ask. So, yeah, I'm not going to have police out going through my house and stuff. That's just not, that's fine. That's fine. News leaks and somebody here, I just don't need.
At this point, Richard says something that is truly disturbing in hindsight.
I get that, but I guess that's not that I ever question anybody's integrity, but
that's fine.
It's just, I know that it's at a point where, I mean, you want closure. You want closure for a family, and I'm not. I don't know you from Adam.
No, it's fine.
But you also can't say it's never happened where pieces have been. We find a piece that's close to fitting and make it fit, and I just don't. I want you to see why we came to you.
The fact that he acknowledges the families are seeking closure, yet makes no move to give it, is somehow deeply horrifying. There's nothing more terrifying than a killer fully aware of his actions and their impact, yet completely remorseless.
And I'm not going to turn into that guy. I'm not going to... I don't want to become the target of something because, like I said, we watch a Dateline every week. We watch everything, and it's one of those. I mean, there's nothing that's going to tie me to it, and I'm not worried about that. To have people come and start searching my house and stuff. I mean, my wife doesn't even know I'm here talking to people. So, but I mean, I can look for the phone.
By now, the detectives have realized that they're getting nowhere with Richard, so they bring out the big guns, and what they're about to present will turn everything we thought we knew about this case on its head.
Why it's important. Why it's important. We get your cooperation. One of the things that you told us was that you have driven out there in your car, and you think you've driven out there in your car. We have a picture of your car that shows it was going out to the trails that day. Okay? And now, one of the important things for us is to help understand exactly where you were at that day, what was going on. You've already told us that you were out there. That's really, really important.
Sure.
Okay. So with that, what I wanted to do is try to help you work through this whole thing. We're going to do something to yourself, maybe for yourself. And, you know, look, there's a lot here that we need to get clarified, okay? As you well know, we have pictures of an individual that was on the bridge. And to some great degree, you described that individual as wearing blue jeans, a jacket of the same color as that. He described a hat. It's hard to see the shoes, but they're kind of brown. Okay? And this is a picture that was taken with the phone of one of the girls.
They reveal a piece of evidence so chilling that it doesn't just poke holes in Richard's story, it tears it apart completely.
And the question needs to be, is that you?
If it was taken with the girl's phone, that is absolutely, I mean, it's not me, but I never have met these girls before, so even if I thought it looked like me, if it was taken with the girl's phone, there's no way it could be. I've never met them. I've never seen them.
All right, so that's
and let's just stop.
The detectives have revealed a still image taken from Libby's phone, from the same video she recorded of a man walking toward her and Abby on the bridge just before they disappeared.
See, this is the path that we are on.
That blurry figure, known publicly as Bridge Guy, has been at the center of this case for years, and now they're comparing that image directly to Richard Allen because of the stark resemblance. Strangely enough, Richard's response to this image is quick and noticeably controlled. There's no visible surprise or confusion, just an immediate pushback. It's a response that detectives analyze carefully.
Something new. It's not something because I went out and killed girls. Now I've got psychological problems. Have I had issues? Did I stick a gun? I know how a gun works, and I wasn't going to shoot myself that night. It was probably a cry for help that night. You've obviously talked to my wife, so it is what it is. But I know that you haven't talked to anybody that knows me, has been around me, my family, not my family, that thinks that I may have been involved in this. I wouldn't believe it.
This image, this person right here, he's wearing like a Carhartt jacket, just like you just told us.
Okay.
He's wearing the same clothing that you just told us. We just need to know what happened. Why?
Sure. I said I was wearing blue jeans. Now, I think blue jeans is a pretty common thing that people wear. And I said I was probably wearing a black or a blue coat. It could have been a Carhartt, a zip-up with a hoodie in it. I've had black ones. I've had a blue one, or a blue one and a black one. I guess, the taking what I told you I was wearing and saying that that's me. And
so the other kind of...
And you're serious. You literally want me to, you want me to say that that's my car?
We looked at it matches everything. That is your car.
Okay. Well, I'm saying that picture, it's like, okay,
There's zero doubt that you.
I don't even. Okay, that's
We're
fine.
just showing you what we have and why we need to eliminate it. That's
Well, sure.
the point.
Sure. All right. Well, we're all done here.
As the detectives start connecting the dots, his car near the trail, his clothes matching the footage, and his own admission of being there, the change in Richard is unmistakable.
I think, a mean fella. You know, you're not the kind of guy that would go out and do something malicious to somebody. So a lot of what we're trying to get figured out here today, right now, is exactly what's going on here. Why is this information showing us one thing, but then you're telling us another?
What is it showing you? What is information? I'm just saying that is. Just say that is my car. I told you I could have been driving that car.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what it is but this seems to have taken a turn, you know. You're sitting here and you're talking to me and you're asking me things, and I get that. But now it's turning into...
Most people have wanted to be eliminated from this.
Well, sure. I don't want to be included to begin with. So until the point that you have something that tells you that I did this and you want to subpoena or arrest me or something, I've got nothing to worry about. So I'm not real concerned here, but your attitudes towards me have definitely changed, and I don't like the fact that, you know, it feels more like I'm being interrogated, and so then you're going to tell me that you've already talked to my wife and my daughter and stuff. Like, how straightforward is that? You know?
Well, what would you... Okay, let's turn everything around. Tell me what you would do differently.
The easygoing man vanishes, and what replaces the helpful citizen is someone far more aggressive. But is this outrage genuine, or the panic of someone watching the walls close in on a story he spent years perfecting? Sensing the tension spike, the lead detective makes one final move. He begins outlining the state's theory, bridge guy from the video trailing the girls, ordering them down the hill.
And then told them to go down the hill.
Solve it. I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you're saying go...
Okay, so the bridge here. Okay, this is the girls walking towards the other side of the bridge from where the trailhead is at.
The other side.
This person followed them all the way to the other side of the bridge where the...
Yeah. So
and told them to go down the hill.
Okay, so let me stop here. I don't appreciate you trying to talk me into things. No, this is what I said. You're trying to change my words around. I told you I was on the bridge. Now you just told me this is the trailhead side of the bridge. I hadn't for years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for years. But back then, that was in 2017. Okay, and the question is this you?
No.
Okay, so you're telling me that this person was out there on the bridge and wore the same clothing that you have on that day, but you didn't see them.
You can't call that a black Carhartt coat, a blue Carhartt coat, a pullover. I told you I could have been wearing this.
The two kinds of clothing you said you wore that day was either a black Carhartt coat or a blue Carhartt coat. Okay, you said you had blue jeans, right? Yeah. Okay.
And I've had a jacket.
Okay, so put yourself in my chair.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not going to take I wasn't wearing a black Carhartt that day. I told you I could have been. I don't know if that's a black Carhartt. And if it is, it's not mine, it's his.
And you said you had a hat you normally wear, a skull cap that's covered.
I said I carry one. So
he shuts down completely, refusing to even acknowledge what's being said. And then, in a moment that's equal parts arrogance and defiance, Richard says something that sends a chill through the room.
Be able to introduce the girls to somebody else.
Okay. Good luck finding anything that points in that direction. I mean, it's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. You're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders, so I'm not really that concerned.
It's practically a challenge, the kind of arrogance that comes from someone who believes he's untouchable, someone who has covered his tracks too well.
Now you pissed me off.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, let's see. Are you arresting me?
Well, I really want to try to get this thing worked out, okay? I want to try to get this thing worked out.
Am I free to leave or not?
You've always been free to leave.
Thank you. You're an asshole.
Richard storms out, still a free man, convinced he's outsmarted them. But what he doesn't realize as he walks out that door is that the detective's work is just beginning. Just a week later, he would return. And this time, it wouldn't be a conversation. It would be a reckoning. On October 26, 2022, Richard is brought back into the interrogation room, and the pretense of just eliminating people has vanished. Instead, it's replaced by the weight of executed search warrants and the quiet certainty that Richard Allen is no longer just another name on a list, and they're about to see what happens when he realizes this.
And then, like I said, some of the tests are already back. Mm-hmm. I do want to talk to you about one of the tests that we got the results back. The other thing is, any of these knives or the gun, did you have that the day that you recall having that with you on the day of the 13th when you were out there on the bridge? No. You don't remember if you did or you didn't?
I didn't. I just went out for a short walk that day.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the meat and potatoes of this, Rick.
The investigators aren't fishing anymore. This time, they have his guns, his knives, his car, and one damning piece of evidence they call irrefutable, a single, unspent .40 caliber round from a Sig Sauer pistol. But what's more telling here than any evidence is Richard himself. Gone is the smug, talkative man from before. In his place sits someone subdued, a man who spent a week wondering when the knock on the door would come. It's a fragile facade, and it's about to break. Because next, the detective brings out the scientific report, and it's one of the first nails in what's quickly becoming Richard's proverbial coffin.
Handguns, as you know, probably, you may know more about them than I do. I don't know a lot, but they're very specific as far as the characteristics of the gun. So the firing pin is different from your firing pin. The extraction device is different from my extraction device. And they're basically what the lab has told me is that they're like fingerprints. They're specific to that gun and that gun only. Okay. So we took your gun, your 40 cal Sig, and we sent it down there to the lab to have it matched with an item that we located on February the 14th when we found the girls.
Okay.
And that item was a 40 caliber Winchester round. We found that at the scene.
Okay.
The extraction marks on that round match your gun. So
this is okay.
No, just hear me out. I'm just trying to. So this is the round. Okay. Those are the extraction marks. That's the best picture of them. There's actually 3 of them. That's the same round that we found. Okay. And like I said, the methodology that they use is scientific, and they were telling me, and this is the report, you can read it if you wish.
I don't need to read it.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to help you. Let me tell you something. Okay. The prosecutor and the other investigators, they want to see you lock you up, throw away the key. I don't think you're
ridiculous.
Just listen to me for 2 minutes. Let me explain this to you. I'm on your side. I talked to you a little bit out there on the scene. I know you mentioned a couple times you don't want to be the fall guy for this. You also mentioned to me the other day when I was telling you, hey, I want to check the property out, make sure there's no damage, and you said, doesn't matter, it's over. You made a comment to me that really concerned me.
Sure.
Right. It's concerning.
And what I mean by it's over is that you've already started something here that there's no backing out of, so the damage is done, I guess is what I'm saying. That's what I would have been referring to.
Okay, and I agree with that. We have started this. We've been working on this for a long time, and all the evidence is clearly indicating you're involved in this. And listen to me, Rick. I don't believe you should be the fall guy. But all the evidence, you say you're out there. We have witnesses out there. We have your vehicle. We have experts. We have experts that say that's you on the video and that's your voice on the video.
Okay.
Experts, not me. I'm not an expert.
I gotcha.
Okay. And now we have your round at the scene. Okay. Not on the bridge. You said you're on the bridge.
I don't even know how my bullet would have gotten out there if that's my bullet.
It's without a doubt that this is very scientific. So let me show you a picture of this round, where it was found. That's the round right there. It hadn't been out there very long. That is Liberty's foot. It's within 6 inches of one girls' bodies.
There's no way.
There is.
I'm telling you, there's not.
How did that round get there, Rick?
I don't know how the round got there. What I'm telling you is, if that is truly what you're saying it is, it's not my round.
According to the evidence, every gun leaves its own distinct signature on a cartridge, like a fingerprint that never fades. A .40 caliber Winchester round, discovered on February 14th, 2017, just inches from Liberty German's body, carried the unmistakable fingerprint of Richard Allen Sig Sauer. Confronted with this, Richard reacts in a way no truly innocent person likely would.
I'm trying to help you.
I get that.
The media is going to portray you as a monster, and you don't want your wife.
And it's already going to get there anyway, so.
Yeah. So this is your chance to tell us exactly what happened.
Unlike some people, most people, I care what people think about me, and
you do.
You've already set that ball rolling.
Yeah, but there's only one way to get out in front of it, and that's to tell the truth. What happened that day?
I can't tell you what happened that day.
You can tell us. There's no doubt in my mind that the evidence clearly indicates that you're involved in this. Are you the mastermind behind this? I don't know.
Mastermind, okay.
Did somebody else set this up? I don't know, Rick. I want to know. And only you know. The truth will set you free. That's it.
Yeah.
The truth will protect you from the
Well,
media.
that's what I would have thought.
Well, tell the truth. Tell me how this round got next to one of our girls, in between both girls.
I don't know.
You do know. And if you don't tell me, you're going down for this.
Well, okay.
I'm serious. This isn't a joking matter.
I'm not joking.
You're this
you
close.
Realize what you've done to me? This is like, you've talked to the people I work with. You've talked to my neighbors. You know, I've got anxiety. I got all kinds of stress and depression. And one of the big things is you can not even think something about me, but if I think you think something about me, it bothers me. And that's already done, because people out there already know that you think I did something.
I don't think.
And I didn't. Okay.
Rick, I don't think that. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved.
Right.
So if you were in my seat and I had you saying you're out there, witnesses saying you're out there at the same time with the girls, and now after a search warrant of your house, we find a gun, your gun. You own that gun, right?
I do.
When did you buy it?
Oh my gosh.
He doesn't show shock or disbelief at being accused of murder. Instead, he explodes about how this whole thing has ruined his life.
Either you had that gun or somebody had that gun, because there's no way that round gets on that property where these two girls were killed without that gun being there. And you're there, your car's there, witnesses say
there is no way a round from my gun was anywhere near the girls, the bridge. It just didn't happen.
And listen, we're trying to help you. We're trying to help you prove.
No, you're trying to accuse me of murdering two. You down. You ask me a few questions. You ask me what I'm wearing, and I tell you what I think I was probably wearing that day, and then you try to say that I'm saying that's me in that picture, and it's not.
You don't have to say that.
I'm done.
Well, I have a warrant for your DNA. For your DNA first. What do you think I have a warrant for? You know I have a warrant. What?
I figure you're going to arrest me. You obviously think I've done it. The damage is done. Go ahead and do what you're going to do. Anybody that knows me knows I could never, even if I wanted to, do something like that. That's not who I am.
Then what happened?
I can't tell you. How do you expect me to tell you? You want me to make up a story and
No, the truth. The truth is simple. You don't have to make that up. You just go back and tell me the truth. You can't tell me that this event has not been weighing on you for years and years and years. You're out there.
I told you that. I don't know what you want me to do at this point. I did not murder two little. I don't know where you got that bullet. If it came out of my gun.
Right there. That's the round.
Then it didn't come out of my gun.
That round was collected.
Then it didn't come out of my gun.
That round was collected on the 14th of February 2017.
Okay.
It's been in evidence ever since.
Okay.
All right, and we've compared other weapons to that.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't explain it. I'm just telling you that if that was next to a murder site or anywhere near it, it didn't come out of my gun. And I don't know where you would have got one that did come out of my gun.
Right there. It was there. It was found.
Okay.
And I don't think you realize the severity of this. You realize the death penalty is on the table for this?
You know what? I don't really care about living at this point. I've dealt with not wanting to live for 7, 8 years now. It's been a long battle. And with what you guys have done to me, kill me. I don't give a f. You'll make my wife rich. So
Is that what she wants? Is that what your daughter wants?
They don't want any of this to even be happening.
Well, it is.
Exactly.
I can't turn this back.
Exactly.
You were there. You're there.
Yeah.
Experts say that's you on the video.
Okay.
The experts are saying you said down the hill to the girls. The experts are saying all this. That all the evidence indicates you were out there. The witnesses saw you. The witness saw you. You said you didn't see anybody else on the bridge, but there was a girl that walked up, a lady that walked up and saw you on the platform, right?
Okay.
You didn't see her, and then right after that, these two girls that end up dead minutes later walk by her, and she looks back and sees them passing you. You're the last person to have contact with Abby and Libby. Your weapon, your gun out of your weapon is...
I've never contacted Abby and Libby. I've never even met them.
That day? Why? Who said
I
that?
didn't.
That's all I want to know is the truth. You're not willing to...
I told you the truth. Do what you need to do.
Frustrated by Richard's stubborn refusal to budge, the detective begins a more relentless line of questioning and something he hopes might finally crack through Richard's defenses.
The girls have a video of you. Experts are saying without a doubt that is you on the bridge. That is your voice. How they do it, I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. We have 5 witnesses that see you out there on the bridge with the girls.
You don't see that.
Right? Why don't you see that? I'm not lying to you.
Because it didn't happen.
It did happen.
There could have been somebody that seen me that I didn't see. What I'm telling you is they didn't see me anywhere near the girls or anybody else because I wasn't around anybody that day. So I'm done answering. Like, I know you're trying to trick me into saying
No, I'm
that.
not tricking you.
I
I'm
don't care how stressed out I get. I'm not going to fucking admit to something that I had nothing to do with.
And I'm giving you the opportunity to give your narrative, because if you don't, they're going to make it up. And you know, the media, not even media is mild compared to social media, is going to portray you as this monster. Are you a monster?
They're already going to do that. You've already talked.
When you get arrested for
And it
this?
doesn't even matter because I actually care about what people think.
Yeah, you do.
I said I do. I actually care about
know
what
you
people
do.
think. That's why.
So do I. That's
You've
why
already done the damage. How am I supposed to? Never mind.
No, please talk to me.
I just
Clear this up in my head.
I just don't know how I'm supposed to act like this never happened.
You can't. You can't. act
I'm
like
not
this.
saying the murder. I'm saying
That's exactly what you're saying. Your conscience is trying to tell you this is the day. This is the time. This is time to get out in front. A fully intact round from your gun is on.
And I'm telling you that's not possible.
It is.
It's not.
How's it not?
Because I wasn't there.
You were there. You said you were there.
I told you I was on the trail. I didn't tell you I was at a murder site.
This round is telling me you were there. You didn't.
I don't care what it's telling you.
You didn't
honestly.
lend your gun to anybody. I asked you that. Did you?
I'm done answering questions. Just arrest me. I'm done.
This self-destructive despair feels less like defiance and more like the surrender of a man cornered not just by the law, but by life itself. It's at this point that the detective deploys an old psychological tactic once more.
That's possible. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you did do this all by yourself. That's exactly, I know you keep snickering at that, but that's exactly what's going to be portrayed of you. You're this evil monster that was just hunting for 2 teenage girls so you could just go down there and terrorize them and kill them, and that's not true. Is it?
Scaring a suspect with the knowledge that they are seen as a monster often pressures them into revealing the truth. Yet the man who once seemed desperate to protect his image now appears indifferent to being viewed as a child killer. Sensing this change, the detective digs deeper, steering the conversation into far more personal territory. And what he says now reveals something crucial to this case.
Still waiting because sounds like your wife's talking and she's being honest, so. She basically said, I can't believe you lied to her, so you're lying to us too, but. So is there a reason why you have this round in your little keepsake box? What kind of ammo did you have for your SIG?
I don't know.
Laser?
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
At that time.
At that time, you had Winchester.
Okay.
The round we found was Winchester. The ammo you had in your gun and for your gun at the time was Blazer. But this was a Winchester, it says right there, Winchester. Same exact type of round.
We've been through this.
I know, I'm just giving you an opportunity. Like I said, your wife's being honest.
Please stop giving me opportunity.
She says ever since 2017, she's saying that you didn't want to go. You wouldn't let her go on the search party. She wanted to help.
Oh.
And she's saying that.
I think I know my wife.
Well, I'm just telling you.
My
want me to bring her in?
Some stupid shit.
You want me to bring her in and tell you? She's telling the truth about what happened. You didn't tell her, but you've lied to her for years. Is how she feels right now, because and your depression has gotten considerably worse since this incident, which is
this has been going on for 7-8 years now.
But it's gotten worse since this.
Well, it's gotten really bad.
I could see why. If I killed two girls, I would get.
Oh my God.
I would have depression too.
Well,
I would have mental issues too.
I'm sure you would.
Living with this.
I'm sure you would.
These aren't hard pieces of forensic evidence, but they cut deeper in a different way. They help paint the outline of a man haunted by something he can't escape. The weight of a guilty conscience. Now that the detective has hit Richard with information from his own wife that he can't ignore, he builds a theory that reconciles the evidence with the man sitting across from him.
Only you know, but here's my theory. You're out there, maybe somebody set this up, maybe they didn't. Maybe you're out there, maybe we know you're out there. That's not a theory, that's a fact. We know you had a gun, girls saw the gun in there. We know you have anger issues. Your wife told us before that you have some anger issues and you have depression and you have, those types of issues. And maybe these girls said something to you. I don't know. Maybe you said go down the hill, which we know. The experts say you said go down the hill. You get down there and they piss you off for whatever reason. You racked the gun. You didn't realize you racked that gun to scare them, and that round popped out. You didn't realize it. Because maybe do you carry that gun with a round chambered, or do you not have it chambered?
When I carry it, I would have a round chamber.
So you don't have to carry it very
often.
Well, you were carrying it that day because girls said. So if you have one chambered, and what I'm saying is if I have a round chamber, which I do, and I rack this gun right now, a fully intact round will pop out. Correct?
I assume.
Well, that's what's happened. And you didn't realize it.
Okay.
And that's why that round's there on the ground there. And this is your opportunity. And you say that, you don't want to this and that.
Can you please stop giving me opportunities? I'm not going to sit here and tell you I did something I didn't do.
Okay, tell me what
I'm not going to tell you I'm involved with something.
Tell me what you did do in that day.
It becomes Richard's mantra, a single repeated line he clings to, using constant denial as a shield against the overwhelming evidence closing in.
I'm not making this up. I showed you. I can't make it up. This is a legal document. Item 16.
Any other evidence that
was identified as being cycled in the firearm of item 314. Item 314 is your gun. Item 16 is the round that we found out there on the ditch bank next to Liberty's foot. And that round compared to your gun.
And I'm telling you that didn't happen. That
I'm telling you it did. I don't. So you think I've just typed this up? You think
You're saying it happened. I'm not denying you're saying that. What I'm telling you is there's no way my bullet was found near a murder scene. It didn't happen.
And I showed you a picture.
And I can tell you
of a round, a Winchester .40 caliber round, right?
I've got nothing to work. Any other evidence that you have is obviously not going to point at me. I mean,
It is.
okay.
The expert witnesses, the witnesses, all of it.
What do you want me to tell you?
I want you to tell you, well, how do you think I made this up? Do you think I just typed this up? This is an official document.
I never said
I
you
can't
made it
do
up.
that. I can't lie
never
to
said
you.
you made it up.
I can't lie to you and say, hey, I have an official document right here saying that this exam was done on this round that we found at the scene. I can't make any of that up. That's what you're telling me.
Well, no. I've
Okay.
not once said that you're lying. I've not once said that you're making that up.
You're just saying
What
that.
I'm telling you is that there's no way that a bullet from my gun ended up anywhere near a murder scene. It just didn't happen.
And I'm telling you,
That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you any more than that.
and all I can tell you is we found this round back in 2017,
Okay.
collected it, have compared other guns to it. Other guns have not matched. We've had it for over 5.5 years. Right, we get information. You're on the trail. We want to talk to you and say, hey, what's going on? Who'd you see? What'd you do? You kind of cooperate, but then we say, hey, we're looking for this and that. Would you let us look? Nope. Get a search warrant. We did. We got a search warrant.
Sure.
And we found this gun in
Okay.
your house that you bought in 2001. That the extraction marks, which is the analogy I got from the lab, is it's compared to a fingerprint. It's unlike anybody else's.
Okay.
Because these extraction marks, if they got my SIG 40, if I had a SIG 40, I have a 45 and a 9, but if I had a 40, it wouldn't match to my gun. And we've had multiple 40 caliber guns down there testing on other people that cooperated with us.
Okay.
And it doesn't match to their gun. So that's why I'm telling you why we're here.
Sure.
One reason why we're here
Okay.
today is because your gun matches to this round that was found out there. I can't make that up. I'm not lying to you, Rick. I can't. And if that's all it was, your word against my word, I would be like, okay, Rick, we'll see you later. But I got all this evidence that we can present to a jury of your peers that's going to say, fuck, Rick did this. He won't talk to us, though, so we don't know what he is. He's just some crazy monster that chases around teenage girls and wants to torture them and do whatever. That's what they're going to say. And now your wife and your daughter and your friends and your family have to live with that.
Exactly. They already have to. You've already done the damage.
I didn't do the damage.
You certainly did. You and everybody else.
A round from my gun isn't down there.
I can't explain to you something that I don't understand.
She thinks you're a good person. I think you're a good person. I just think something went wrong. I don't know why or what happened, but only one person can tell me, and that's you.
I can't tell you something that I don't know. And I don't know how to make that any clearer.
You don't want to remember?
Oh my God, I didn't do anything. I didn't two little girls. I didn't help somebody for 2 little girls. I wasn't involved in, what'd you say, scheming or whatever. I wasn't involved with these 2 girls in any way, shape, or form. Never even seen them before.
It almost seems like Richard can't even face the fact that a bullet from his own gun was found at the scene, suggesting he may be deluding himself just as much as he's trying to mislead the detectives. So in a final attempt to break through, Kathy, Richard's wife, is brought into the room. What follows is a subtle but disturbing display of manipulation.
All right, babe. It's gonna be all right. They're trying to tell me that you actually believe that I did it. And I just can't believe that.
Trying to figure out where there's a bullet out there.
I know. You think I'm not? And that's what I told them. I can't explain something I don't understand. I tried to explain to him that there's no way that a bullet from my gun was at a murder scene because it didn't happen. You know me. You know this isn't something I could do. They really think I did this. And they want me to believe that I know you know I didn't do this. I guess that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you. I know you know me. I know you know that I didn't do this. Had anything to do with it. Talk about scheming or something.
Yeah. I don't know how did a bullet from your gun get out there?
I don't know, honey.
Because they said it came from our gun.
I know that's what believe me, that's what they're telling me.
But how did it get there?
I don't know.
They said there was one in your box above your dresser that matched it.
They showed me that picture too. I can't explain it. And I don't.
I can't either. They keep asking me, and I don't know how to answer that.
You answer.
For me to know.
I understand. Me either. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. You want to keep asking me, and I just keep telling you I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain something that isn't possible. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I know that that's not what I told you. I love you. And it's just, they're not going to get away with this. This is exactly what I would never want for you. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to say I did something I didn't do. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I know you know me, and I know you know that I would never do this. All I can say, hon, is you know me. I know, and I know you know me, and I know you. And what they're doing to you right now, I'm not okay with this at all. And they know it, but they're going to do what they're going to do. I'm just sorry you're having to hurt. I'm sorry I'm having to go through it.
He leans on Kathy's love, repeating, "You know me," as if her belief alone could rewrite his reality. He plays the part of the wounded husband and turns himself into the victim in a room still heavy with the memory of 2 murdered girls.
They want you to think that I done it. That's what this is all about. They want you to come in here and make me believe that you think I did it, and I know you don't. You know me too well. You know I'd never do something like this, or even be involved with something like this.
But this is where everything finally comes to a head. 2 children are dead, and the man sitting across from the detective will not give their families the closure of knowing why. Here, the detective loses it in a way that's very unusual.
Evidence is going to show that I did this.
Here, Rick.
You got one piece of evidence that I can't explain.
Multiple. I'm not showing you my whole hand here.
I don't care. I'm telling you I'm done talking.
And now you're going to drag your wife and your daughter through this because you're too bullheaded to get out in front of this and admit that you made a mistake. And whatever the happened out there, we'll never fucking know because you're too big of a fucking bullheaded. Go ahead.
So tell you I did something.
Tell me
that I didn't do.
The truth, Rick. I don't want to know.
I've told you the truth and you don't want to hear it.
The evidence tells me otherwise. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved in this.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. I'm telling you that there is no way that a bullet from my gun was used in these murders.
And I'm telling you that we had this around on February the 14th, 2017. It's been secured in a fucking laboratory. And we've tested other guns.
I understand what you're saying.
I want her to hear this.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is I can't explain something I don't understand.
Oh, the scientist explained it for you. Fucking around and threw it down by a fucking dead girl's foot. This ain't TV. This is realistic.
I understand.
We collected that on February the 14th. We didn't take it from anywhere else but that fucking scene. And we didn't take your gun from anywhere else. We took it from your
I'm telling you, I can't explain something.
And I'm telling you, the analysts explain it. You can't get past this.
Can you please let my wife out?
Absolutely. Come on, Kathy.
I love you, baby. Can I kiss her?
Yeah, kiss her. Do the right thing, Kathy. Tell him to do the right thing.
She knows I will.
Yeah, do the right thing. You're going to put your family through this for no reason.
Enraged, Richard matches the detective's fury with his own, but it sounds hollow at this point.
You're going to pay for what you've done to my wife.
What am I doing?
You want to me, but you leave my wife out of this. Leave me out of it.
No, you're involved in this. I'm saying, Rick.
No, it's
I can
not.
see you're getting pissed off. I understand.
I am pissed off. Did you not see my wife?
Did you not see these two girls? No, that's what happened. You got pissed off, Adam. You dragged them down, and you killed them.
I didn't kill anybody.
I'm upset for a reason, not
Because you guys are trying to kill somebody.
You're trying to tell me that I'm not making this brown shit up, Rick.
Cornered and with nowhere left to run, he finally mutters his last defeated line. While it's not a confession, it's still frighteningly close to one.
It is what it is.
I'm done talking. Arrest me.
Happy to. Be happy to, because I tried to help you and you wouldn't do it.
Oh, you're helping me.
This is as close to surrender as the detective would get in that room. The full truth only emerged in court. On February 13th, 2017, at Monon High Bridge Trail, Richard Allen orchestrated a scene of unimaginable violence, forcing Libby to undress before brutally cutting the throats of both girls, ending their lives. But while Richard never gave detectives a direct confession in that interview room, it would be his own words later, recorded during jail phone calls to his wife and mother, that ultimately exposed the truth of what happened, and they are beyond horrifying.
I'm sorry, baby. Just one more thing. I fucked up for you.
What's going on, sweetheart?
I did it.
You did
No,
what?
I did it.
What?
I killed Abby and Libby.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, Darren.
Yes, I did.
Don't say
I don't know why.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Darren. You're not feeling well. There's something wrong. They've messed up your meds or something there.
No, I evidently did it.
No, you didn't. Why would you say that?
Because maybe I did.
No, you didn't, dear.
I think I did.
I need to tell you something anyway.
Okay. Are you sure you want to talk to me over the phone?
I think I have to.
Okay.
I need you to know that I did this.
What? No. No, you didn't, dear. No way. There's no way, dear.
Love me.
Dear, there's no way. Okay.
Because I may only, if I get the electric chair, or if I get the death penalty.
No. No, honey, that's not going to happen. No.
If it does, will you be there for me?
It's never going to happen, dear.
Do what?
Nothing. This isn't right. They messed you up so bad.
It's okay, honey. I did it. I did it, dear.
Stop.
I cannot stop. I've got somebody here listening to me right now, dear.
No. You did it.
I killed Abby, dear.
No, you didn't. Stop. But just saying it doesn't mean you did it.
Well, it does when I did.
Rick, don't talk like this. I think they're just messing with you.
No, Mom, they're not. I love you, though.
What are you doing? I just know you don't have it in you to do something like that.
I wouldn't sit here and tell you I did it if I didn't.
Well, if they're messing with your meds and all that, yeah, you would. But we're not going to discuss the case anymore.
So if I did do it, then you guys don't love me anymore?
I will always love you no matter what.
With those calls, combined with the physical evidence, the case against him was finally undeniable. And in November 2024, Richard Allen was convicted on all counts and sentenced to 130 years in prison. For for the families, and for a community haunted for years by the figure known only as Bridge Guy. Closure finally came. The mystery was no longer a grainy silhouette on a bridge. It was a man identified, tried, and held accountable for taking 2 bright, young lives on a cold winter afternoon. If you enjoyed our production and how we explained this case, please consider subscribing, as it helps us out a ton. I'll see you next time.